Okay, first and foremost, I want to give all the honors and praises and glory belongs to my Lord and Savior. His name is Yahweh, by Sham Yahweh Shai, by Hasham, Mahavakar Kwadash, and honors to the apostles that are in the Holy Spirit and to the hopeful elect across the globe, and to the few, very few brothers and sisters that are listening and are also learning in the hopes of being saved within these last days, because we're living in the last days of the last days. And without further ado, we're going to get straight into it, right? The brothers that are in this truth and sisters, what you're going to realize is that you were living a lie at one point in your life. A lie. You're going to find out how deep the rabbit hole goes, like the Matrix. Do you really want to see? You have to take the blue pill or the red pill, right? The blue pill or the red pill, right? And I'll show you how deep. You take a certain pill, I'll show you how deep the rabbit hole goes. How deep. That's so real, bro. You don't even want to listen. The Lord Yahweh Shai removes all that blindness from you. Removes it. And what does he show you? He shows you the truth. You might not want to see it. You might not want to see it. You might say, no, I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that. Like that man that was eating a steak. He was Judas. Eating a steak. I don't want to remember none of it. Bro, you can't unsee it. You can't unsee it. So therefore, you're going to become a target. It might be hard to believe. You're going to become a target. Everything that's done in this society is a script. It's scripted. Everything that's done with it is 90% of what you see, 95% of what you see is scripted. Is pre-planned. It's not real. The families you grew up with, they were running a script. And this is for more so for the brothers that are of the hopeful elect. Why? Because if you're of the elect, you're different, you're special, and they know eventually you're going to wake up. So therefore, they have to run a script to keep you in darkness. This is about distraction, confusion, manipulation, distraction, confusion, manipulation. Facts. Let's go into this. Let's go. This is Proverbs 30:8. Remove far from me vanity and lies. Give me neither poverty nor riches. Feed me with food convenient for me. Feed me with enough food for me. Convenient. It's convenient for me. All right? And it says, lest I be full and deny thee and say, who is the Lord? Or lest I be poor and still and take the name of God in vain. So you don't want to be a thief and take the Lord's name in vain. So just having enough. We're not trying to make it here. Just having enough. Give us this day our daily bread. That's all we need. Daily bread, daily sustenance. That's all we need. Give us this day our daily bread. And it says, remove far from me vanity and lies. Vanity and lies. So you don't want to be in vanity and you don't want lies. You don't want lies. What do you want? Do you want the truth? I want the truth. So if you're willing to take, is it the red pill or the blue pill? Whatever pill. The pill that represents truth. What do you think is going to happen? Everything that you weren't able to see before, guess what? You're going to be able to see that now. If you're asking for truth, if you really want truth, and you're praying to the Lord, please give me truth. I want to know what the truth of this world is. Guess what's going to happen? He's going to give you that. But now he gives you that. You can't regret it. You can't be like, that's what you asked for. It's not for everybody else to see. It's not for everybody else to know. This is heavy. This is heavy, heavy, heavy stuff. Now, the job of these people is to keep you in a cycle of uncertainty and confusion. Because when you're if you're confused, you won't know what your mission and your purpose is. And guess what the purpose of the elect are? Guess what it is? Fear God, keep his commandment. Don't talk to me about no purpose. The purpose of the elect is to fear the God, keep his commandments. That's the purpose. Anything other than that would be uncivilized. Anything other than that, right? It's not to be in a whirlwind. It's not to keep you in a whirlwind. That's the witches, the warlocks, his masons, is to keep you in a whirlwind of confusion. So you don't step and you don't move forward. Neo was moving forward. He was moving forward. Bro, this is so deep. It's more deeper than you can even realize. Everything that you saw prior to coming to the truth, it was fake. Everything we talk about now, gang stalking, people coming out of cars. Right, there's a catty there, right, black and white cat. People coming out of cars, coughing, sneezing, direct conversation, laughing. That's always been a part of this world. That's called witchcraft. It's called witchcraft. You know everybody's offshooting witchcraft upon each other. You know that, right? You know that's what everybody's doing. Because nobody wants to be a scapegoat. Nobody wants to be that one. So everybody is offshooting witchcraft upon each other. That's what they're doing. Bro, you have to be able to see what's going on. You have to be able to see it. Right? Demons are jumping in and out of people. That's called witchcraft. You know that have this truth, you're not subject to witchcraft. Because you've been broken free, John 8:32. You shall know the truth and it shall set you free. This is why all these things are happening. Their job was to keep you stuck, not knowing, keep you in darkness, dumb you down, keep you stupid. And some of your family are being used as well. Because guess what? I'm going to tell you again. Went to my Marjay's. Guess what? Yeah, bro, they try to get your own mother involved. Some of your family will be doing the script. And once you find that you break the script, they get very annoyed. It's a script. What's a script? It's programming. So when you come into this truth, you break that script. Let's go to Romans. This is deep. Why do you think people are that come around you, they're saying the same things, the exact same things? What you say or what they've been told to say? Because that's to basically program you. Because you're too aware. And they don't like people that are too aware. Because people that are too aware tend to speak about a lot of stuff. This is Romans 12. And I beseech you, therefore, that you be not conformed to this world, but you be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Transformed. Be not conformed. So if you're transformed, that means your mind's transformed. That means your thinking's transformed. Right? That's what it means. These people, they haven't transformed. They're doing the same stuff. Do not be fooled. They're doing the same stuff. And I want to speak about something I'll be meditating upon. Right? They're doing the same stuff over and over and over and over again. So therefore, that's where they want you. That's where they want you. They don't want you to fulfill your purpose. It's a script. They're running off a script. That's what they're running off. Right? More running off the truth. Right? And they're running off a script. This is so deep. It's so deep. It's so deep. Hmm? And the helicopter goes straight over. Psychological operations. It's about dumbing down the masses. What it's about, right? Dumbing down the masses. This is Matthews 24 and 24. For there shall arise false Christs and false prophets, and shall show great signs and wonders, in so much that if it were possible, they should deceive the very elect. It says false Christ, false prophet. If it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect. What's the point of deceiving? It's deception, right? Deceiving is deception. To bend your mind. When you're trying to deceive someone, you're trying to bend their minds. That's witchcraft. But scripture says, if it were possible, they should deceive the very elect. It's not possible. It's not possible to deceive the elect. And they would get, yeah, I told you, they would get your family members involved, right? Doing fucking dumb shit. That's why, I'm sorry, some, yeah, you can love your family, you love your family. Some of them, you got to love them from a distance. Because these people, they would try to get them involved. It's a script. Once you see it, all it takes is one person to mess up and that person gets told off. It's a script. They're trying to run on you. 24 hours, they're trying to write a script. That's deception. And they're trying to convince you what you see is not real. No, schizophrenic. That's mad. No. You're able to see. You're fucking schizo. You're the mad one. You're the fucking pervert. How about that? Right? Brothers, the Lord ain't going to have you teaching his truth, and he ain't going to give you discernment. He gives his men discernment. You will know the truth, and it shall set you free. From what? Deception. And from the mental chains of this society, which is billions have been funded in to keep people stupid, to stupefy you. Media, social media, some of it, TV, distractions, rugby, football, tennis. That's all distractions. Nothing's wrong. Boxing, that's good, but it's all distractions. Because if you were to strip away all those things, people will need to see what's really going on behind all that. It's deception. They have to keep you in deception, in confusion. Even in war, what do they teach? They teach you, divert your enemy's attention. When you're about to do an attack, this is in the army. Divert your enemy. Make him look somewhere else and strike. What do you think the joggers and the cars, the walkers buy? That's to get your mind to say, I'm looking at the screen right now, to get your mind off it. That's diverting your attention. You have to know what's going on. You have to be able to see it. So sometimes, they have certain family members, sometimes it's by they either got blackmailed or association with a cult. But therefore, you can't let Satan run a fast one on you. You can't let him do that. You can't let him do that. You got to call that stuff out. You got to call it out. These people are bad actors. They're bad actors. Terrible. Terrible. So basically, long story short, you broke the script. This is why people are pissed off. I never knew. All of this time, you were a part of a certain script via programming. Programming. And let me tell you, the people that run the script, they get very, very mad, pissed off when you break it, because you're in the Lord's now. You're in the Lord's. You're in Yahweh Shai. You see? A lot of this has to do with programming as well. And it says in so much that if it were possible, they should deceive the very elect. It doesn't matter what you do, what you present before us. That's not real. Yeah, stand outside the stores. Stand outside the stores and speak. Speak with each other. Just make sure. It's not real. Have any of you, I'm not into games anymore, have any of you played the game Grand Theft Auto? With that game, Grand Theft Auto, you have people walking about in the streets, right, and so forth, cars driving about, right, and they can glitch. There's certain glitches within there, and that's what this system is. A game. to a certain extent. But you have to know how to maneuver throughout that game. And there's different levels to a game. One more thing I'm learning. Don't return back to old places. I know I keep on doing that sometimes. I keep on doing it. I know people see it as well. Like, bro, he's done here. You passed that mission. You've passed it. You passed that level. Stop returning back to places that you've conquered. You've completed that mission. Stop returning back. Stop returning back to people that have not grown, that are not growing. A lot of the time, it's my own fault some of the time. Because the Lord wants to increase you, but he can't increase you. You keep going back to the same place. You're going back to the same places where the Lord improved you. He's called you to grow, and he's moved you from there. You keep going back to certain people. You've seen they have not grown. You've seen they have not grown. So the Lord, he gives me warnings, but sometimes I can be very stubborn. And the Lord's showing me, I don't want to go into detail. The Lord is showing me time and time and time again. Don't go there. Don't go there. Move forward now. You've been there. Move on now. Now, what does that mean? Now you got to move forward. Let's go to Philippians. I'm so passionate about this. I'm passionate. We have to learn, and sometimes it takes us a bit. Some people take longer than others. Proverbs 3. And they won't tell you how they're using certain energy weapons to change our mind, to try to program our minds. They won't tell you that as well. All right? This is Philippians 3. And how these certain people, some of these people have certain technology that they're using on people as well. This is Philippians 3. And we're going to jump straight to verse 13. Brethren, I count not myself to have apprehended. But this one thing I do, forgetting those things which are behind. Paul speaking. Forgetting those things which are behind me now. Come on. Forget those things that are behind you now. You've leveled up now. Don't let no one fool you. Because guess what? You've been watched all that time. You were being watched. You were being watched all that time. Watch the Truman Show. People have seen your lows. Your lows. Your highs. They've seen how far you've come. Why do you think the sabotage is there? That's what the sabotage... They've seen how far you've come. I forget the things that are behind me now. Let's check this out. It says, check this out. Forgetting those things which are behind, reaching forth unto those things which are before me. Now, look before you. When you're walking, look before you. Now, what's before me? There's an open door. Yahushua said it. There's an open door in Revelation 3. But no man can shut. So now, I know it may seem a bit daunting. You may be a bit scared, a little bit scared, because the unknown, it can be a bit, risky. This truth is about taking risks. So now you look forwards. You don't look behind you. You push forwards. You notice one thing with my journey. One thing I've noticed. The Lord keep pushing me forward and forward and forward and forward, not backwards. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I end up going back to the same. You don't need to. You might visit now and then, but you don't need to. Levels. And in order to move forwards, you need to not look back. Oh, but I'm looking back at this and, what? No. You're slowing your progress down by doing that. The Lord can't get you where he needs to if you keep, but this, but that, but this person. Leave them. They're showing you all the time. If you're around someone and they're trying to gaslight you, manipulate you, they have not grown. They're showing signs they have not grown. They have not grown. Every time I visit South Norwood, same old routine. Same old. I'm looking up, observing around. What are they doing today? Same old thing. We're not supposed to be like that. Now, the difference is we're repetitive Of course, you're going to see us. What are we doing? Teaching. You're supposed to be doing that. That's your purpose, some of you. To teach, to minister, to evangelize. As for them, I don't know what their purpose is. If their purpose was to be a gang stalker, then that's their purpose. But that's not a good purpose, because that's what you don't want to be. They're in a loop. Gang stalkers are in a loop. They're in a whirlwind. You don't want to be in that. You want to break out of that whirlwind. You do that by moving forwards. Are you listening? This is heavy. There's lessons. Study your lessons. Study certain things. Study when you fell, the mistakes you made. Study some of those things as well. And see where you made that mistake and you could have improved on that particular thing. Because failure happens. But when you fell, now you can adjust now. You can make them adjustments. So a lot of people are scared of failure. Scared to fail. So they never grow. But what if I fail? Well, you don't know if you never tried. You never know if you've never tried. This is Philippians 3 and 14. I press toward the mark for the prize of the high calling of the God. Yahweh Shai Mashiach, I press toward the mark. Press means you're walking forward toward the mark, like racing. Where's that mark? The end. You got to press forward. Don't go backwards. That's digressive. I don't know. Some people even see it. Oh, why is he going backwards? Hold on, he's just got that far. Keep going forwards. There's more. There's more. There's more. There's so much more. Now, London, we're living on an island, so certain people say, well, it's quite limited. I've heard people tell me, well, everything works in cycles. Yeah, to a certain extent. Yeah, everything does work in cycles. But with Yahweh Shai, you break those cycles. Without him, you're not doing that. Because, yeah, London, UK is an island, so it's limited on what you could do. But with the Lord, there is no limitation with God. Neo, he broke free from the limitation, which was hair, in his mind. Morpheus, that scene with the woman, Morpheus was walking past the people, that scene, right? And they were moving out the way. Neo, when he was walking past the people, they were not moving out the way. They were barging into him because he didn't recognize his power, and they knew he never came into who he was. So they were not moving out the way. You have to know your power. And don't let other people tell you who you are. Even they may know, because the demons know. The demons knew Yahweh Shai. The demons knew Paul. So you have to walk in that and forget about the embarrassment, the ridicule, the humiliation rituals. Don't worry about that. You have something special. Real special. Real special. Move forward, man. Move forward. Right? And yeah, is there certain adjustments we can make to our lives? And yeah, certain adjustments. We always can. Why? Because you're in the truth. You have Yahweh Shai. And Yahweh Shai is not dealing with stagnation. He's dealing with men that are progressive, not stagnant. Always learning, always I'm learning something new, always. Okay? See what else we got. Right, there's so much. There's so much. We got Matthew 25. And we're going to jump straight to verse 15. And unto one he gave 5 talents, to another 2, to another 1, to every man according to his several ability. And straightway took his journey. So guess what we have? Talents. Talents. Then he that received the 5 talents went and traded with the same and made them other 5 talents. And likewise, he that received 2, he also gained another 2. Right? But he that had received 1 went and digged in the earth and hid his Lord's money. And after a long time, the Lord of those servants cometh and reckoneth with them. So he that received the 5 talents came and brought other 5 talents, saying, key thing, right? Lord, thou deliverest unto me 5 talents. Behold, I've gained beside them 5 talents more. His Lord said unto him, well done, thou good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things, right? I will make thee ruler over many things. Enter into the joy of the Lord Jehovah Shai. So you got to be faithful what you've been given. We have talents out here. Real talk. We have talents. Stop dumbing yourself down for people. And I just want to say this. Please be aware of the people that are around you when they're speaking to you. And they may act oblivious in terms of to ask you certain questions that they already know. And even certain family, just be cautious. When you pick up on certain energy, believe the energy. Believe it, because energy doesn't lie. That's one thing about energy. It doesn't lie. Energy, if someone's nervous, that energy will show someone's nervous. If someone's mad, that energy will show someone's mad. If someone's wicked, that energy will show that someone's wicked. Don't let people always run game upon you. Sometimes you have to speak up and let them know you see what they're doing. Sometimes, not all the time. Okay? So go shut off here. Lord willing, this was edifying. And until the next time, shalom to the hopeful elect. Shalom.